Multitasking can help grow your channel, can expand your brain, can push you forwards and gain you subscribers. Here we go! Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm Alan Spicer, your YouTube certified expert. And if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, grow your YouTube channel, or push your brand out there, and to the second largest search engine on the internet, you should click subscribe, start creating. Multitasking is one of the things that it took me forever to learn and master, and yeah, I'm still not perfect at it. Multitasking in any field and any niche and any business can push you forward. It will propel you. It wins you back some extra time that you didn't realise you were missing in the first place. All those times that you're travelling, all those times that you're sat there, all those times that you're doing your housework, walking to school, did you know that you could harness that time and maximise the potential of any task that you're doing? In this case, we'll focus specifically on your YouTube channel. Let's grab at the easiest fruit to pick from that tree. You're walking to work, you're walking to a friend's house, you're walking to school. These are perfect times to create content. Why not get out your phone, vlog? I've done some vlogs. In fact, I've done vlogs very recently, in which I'll put them in the card up here, that I did while I was going to pick up my stepdaughter down at her nursery, or going to catch a bus. Okay, let's say you're not ready to vlog. Let's say you're a bit weird, maybe it's a bit noisy, maybe it's raining, and the logistics involved in getting out your phone is a nightmare. That's fine. This is your chance to listen to that podcast or that audiobook that you need to keep learning. Because if you keep learning, you'll expand your horizons, you'll think of something new, it's something new that you can teach someone. It could be something new in a game you're playing. It could be something new in the field that you happen to be. Is it a new hobby? Is it a new mindset? Is it a new YouTube creator within your niche? I recently found Gary Vaynerchuk. I started binge listening. He's rewired my brain and it's changed the way I look at things. Now that could have been wasted time that I was just wandering down to, I don't know, pick up a pork pie from the corner shop, or, I don't know, a prescription from the doctor's. But as long as I got my headphones in, I can keep learning. And if you're on that school bus on the way home, right, this is your chance to talk to a friend about a topic. Just keep flicking through things, keep learning. Have a look at people on YouTube, see how their videos are going, see how they edit. See, I jump from side to side in my content. That's called a jump cut, and the reason I do that is for audience retention. And I did a video on that up here. The more you look, the more you learn, the more you deep dive and you take advantage of that multitasking time, the less dead time it is. Here's a common thing for all of us. At some point you will need to be hoovering your house, you'll need to be folding your washing, you'll need to be cleaning your bedroom, you'll need to be picking stuff up in the living room, you'll need to be waking up in the morning early. Any point you're doing that housework, at any point you're cleaning the windows or doing the DIY or painting a wall, those kind of times, once again, that's your audiobook, that's your podcast. Someone reading a book to you. In those situations I really love, while I was wandering around listening to, say, a Gary Vaynerchuk or a Roberto Blake or a Daryl Eves or a Tim Schmoyer, any keynote speeches that I can get hold of, anything from social media marketing world, a podcast from one of your favourite creators. And don't discount the small creators. I mean, I personally listen to things like Desiree Martinez. She's not huge. She's got an audience around about 1,500 to 2,000 subscribers, but she's pouring knowledge into my head about social media. The more you learn outside your bubble, the more you expand that reach, the more you can reach out to pull people into your content. All whilst multitasking and saving yourself time, or reclaiming the time you didn't realise you was losing. Now this is the tip that I think many of you may understand. When editing my video content, I also listen to things, or I'll put my headphones on. Now I know sometimes that you're worried about like clipping certain bits, or like you need to listen to certain videos obviously so you don't make mistakes and stuff, but so many times I'll be listening to an audiobook when doing other things like the editing, because I feel guilty. I can't read at a decent speed. I never have. I never really picked up the idea of grabbing a book to read for pleasure. But audiobooks for me are completely different. They're a passive learning environment in which I can go to bed, or I can sit on a bus, and it's there. So when you're editing your videos, if you're able to multitask, if you're that kind of person that can read and listen to music, for example, there's your opportunity to double your output by listening to some advice from your market or industry leader, distilling it in, maybe making some notes. Make notes. Are you watching the people within your niche? Are you watching people that you like? Are you watching other YouTubers? Because if you're creating YouTube content, you should be watching YouTube. I don't care if you don't like Jake Paul. I don't care if you don't like Keemstar, Philip DeFranco, the Vlog Brothers, Sonny Leonard Doozy. I don't care if you're into Tanacon. You're not looking specifically at the content. You're looking at how these popular YouTubers are doing their job. Are they lighting something? Have they got a dark background? Are they using a focus? Are they jumping around the screen? Do they use specific words? Do they use specific pointing gestures? Do they throw towards a social media account? These are the things you learn from the big boys, and you don't even have to like their content to watch them. You just look at how they do it now, you see if you can twist it, you make sure that you are doing the core basics of your SEO, and maybe you can learn something new every day by just watching somebody else in your niche, or someone outside of your niche that may be better at promoting things. But that is not me giving you permission to watch Jake Paul videos and Logan Paul videos and disappear into a woodland or burn up a swimming pool. Got me? At the end of the day, if you're watching people within your niche, maybe there's a topic that you feel that you can add something to, add value to, or you're flicking through some of the old videos and some of those old videos on other people's channels are out of date and you can add to them, or you can update them, or you can take them from a different angle. Take notes. Rewrite them. I'll be honest, that's how I started with some of the ideas on my channel here. I've got 300 odd videos, I'm positive that some of the topics were inspired by other people within the niche. Create additional content. Okay, so maybe you don't feel comfortable enough making a YouTube video whilst walking to school. Can you take out your phone and maybe make an Instagram post? Can you take out your phone and make a slightly shaky video on IGTV? I mean, at the end of the day, did you know that you can post an Instagram story, link it to IGTV, and still have a swipe up function, even without having 10,000 followers? Are you creating content for Vero? Are you on Snapchat? Are you on Instagram? Are you a business? Are you on LinkedIn? These are all possibilities for you to create videos on the go. I mean, heaven forbid, should you forget things like Facebook as well. These are the things that you can add to your brand. You might not have the time to sit down, record a game footage thing, or a tutorial, or a screen cap, or some hand drawing of Disney characters, like in sketch animation that happen to be time-lapsed, but you certainly have time to whip out your phone. I did that today. I nipped out, I decided I'll create some content, so there's pictures and videos of me in Instagram and on IGTV of me walking up and down my local canal creating content. I'm lucky enough that I can make YouTube videos, but in this instance, I was also making IGTV content. I was also making Instagram stories and Instagram posts, and they were shared to Facebook, or they could be repurposed for Twitter. Just because you can't create something for YouTube doesn't mean you shouldn't expand the other things that can bring you traffic, because yes, you create that YouTube video, but you also have to then advertise that YouTube video, and it's easier to get more people into your content if you've already made a few friends over here on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. They might not want to be on YouTube, but they might be intrigued if you're busier elsewhere and lure them in. Multitask, get more views, expand your reach. For more tips and more motivational help, I've done a playlist up here. Go out there, start creating.